podcast. I'm Christina, this is Max, and this is Rose. And today we have our special guest, Yay. Hey. And tell us about yourself. How are you doing today, firstly?
I'm doing great, living, breathing, always good.
Blessed.
So, right now I'm currently in school, like in nursing school. So I go to school in Philadelphia, but that's not my first degree. I got a degree in biology, but I don't really want to work in a lab. I want to be able to help people, so I chose nursing.
What makes you want to help people? Was there an incident, or is it just that's just in your nature?
There's a couple incidents actually, like with basketball.
Okay.
So I've had like 2 knee injuries. So it was always like the nurses that helped me get back. And then I broke my foot last year, and they put a cast on, but the cast was too tight. So I had permanent muscle damage in my left foot. But it was a nurse that realized, hey, the cast is too tight, that's why his foot's not healing. So I want to be that for somebody someday.
Do you plan on going towards like sports medicine?
Yeah, I'm planning on doing like orthopedics. So I'll be around a lot of athletes and stuff like that.
So like, what are the what's the hierarchy of like the levels of nursing? Because I was looking at the different levels, and there's like the one that's like the assistant to the doctor, and it's almost like they're rich, and then there's the one that's like.
So you have like the one that's the doctor's bitch.
Yeah.
That's the physician assistant. So they're like under the doctor.
So what do they do? Like,
so
what's their work profile?
They can do everything a doctor can do, but they can't do anything without doctor supervision. So like, if they want to see a patient, the doctor has to be there. Unless it's like, I think if it's a Medicare patient, they can see them. But if it's like regular insurance, the doctor has to be there.
The doctor's the man of the house. Yeah. The assistant is the wife.
Like if you go with like a nurse practitioner, you don't need a doctor's approval. You can open your own practice if you want. You can work by yourself.
Is that something you want to do?
Yeah. Someday I'll be a practitioner.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start as a nurse and then work my way up.
Have you seen any like really sad incidents while working through this?
Yeah, I went to Spain over the summer.
Oh.
How was Spain?
It was different. It was different.
Oh yeah,
foreign girls.
Oh yeah.
Don't get them in trouble.
I mean, I ain't gonna get in trouble. I'm a free man. So.
Okay.
But yeah, it was different. Like the healthcare is different. Like like here they want you to everything has to be like kept. They watch everything, but there's like they're in and out. Like OR room, everyone's in and out. Like we watch.
You mean like if I broke my arm, I'll be in and out type
Nah,
stuff?
if you broke your arm and you go in there for a surgery, we'd all be in there. We'd be on our phones talking, calling the girls, calling mom in surgery, and all that. Like here, there's no phones, no nothing. Like it's only the doctor and whoever's helping the doctor. There, it's like a whole gang of people just all around. And then I think the saddest thing I watched a guy get like a 4-hour tumor removed. So they took out all his intestines. And then the next day, I watched the same guy pass away.
So you like watch him through the process, or like?
Through the whole process.
And you said what got removed?
They took out his intestines.
Why?
He had tumors.
Like in his stomach?
Yeah, he had tumors on his intestines, and he had tumors like above his throat. So what they're trying to do is trying to take it out, like go like half.
Why didn't they do no like chemo?
He was too old.
Oh, true.
So is there like an age requirement for chemo, and why do they do chemo?
It's not like an age requirement. It's more so like because chemo is gonna have like different effects on your body. So it's like, can your body take it? Because it can affect other organs too. It gives you the chemo. Like let's say you have you're getting chemotherapy alright, so let's say you have like breast cancer, you're getting chemotherapy for that. Like it's gonna affect you. Like it's gonna drop all your white blood cells down. What chemo does is basically destroying your immune system. So it can it's bringing you to a point of death. So they can bring you back.
How does that work?
That makes you prone to other things too when they do that.
Is that like a flu shot kind of like you like in?
Flu shot.
Is it no like in the way that?
Because the flu shot's supposed to give you the thing and then.
But your body like becomes
to it.
So is that kind of like?
Nah, because your body naturally has cancer cells, so you can't become immune to cancer cells.
Okay.
But like what it does is it's based off of like the person's body weight and all that circumference of them, and then they come up with a whole bunch of chemicals, and they inject that. So that has like normally what kills a person when they're taking chemo, it's not the chemo itself, it's what comes after, like a cold. Like they'll get a cold.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That
prone to something else.
Yeah, because your immune system is it's no longer existing.
It takes a while to build back up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Damn. So I want to talk about basketball. So you went to school. What was like a D2, D3?
First I went to a D2 junior college, and I went to a D3.
And in those schools, it was just strictly basketball, no classes, no.
Before the college, I went to a prep school. That was strictly basketball. 2 years.
In 2 years, and then when you went to after that.
So after like I did the 2 years of prep school, I went to the D2, the junior college up in New Jersey, Burlington County, which is now Rowan College at Burlington County. Then after the 2 years there, I went to Alvernia University, which is Pennsylvania.
So if someone is to leave high school, like your son or anybody you know, like what would be your advice to them? Like they ain't make it to D1, then they get no good offers like that, but they're still trying to make it to the league. Go overseas or do the JUCO or like.
I mean, it all depends on like your skill set, because sometimes you gotta realize that basketball is great, it's fun, it's great, we make money, but some people just don't have it. Like if you're like 6'6" and you can shoot the ball, you can dribble, everything's perfect, but you just nobody noticed you. Take that prep school route, because that's gonna get you more exposure. Now, if you're like, say like me when I came out, I was like 6 foot, and I was like raw talent. I couldn't dribble, couldn't shoot. So I taught myself all that. I would say, if it's really there, like if it's the passion and you love it, go through the training, do what you have to do, but take it. If you're gonna take it to the next step, go to college, but make sure the school fits you. Because that was my problem with my second school. The program, it didn't fit me. Like it didn't fit. I'm not saying like I was going to be a star player, but how he ran his program was how he ran it. There was no way around that. He played.
As a coach, so you can't go around that.
Yeah, you can't go around.
Would you want to be a coach?
Oh yeah, I definitely want to coach, because I feel like there's a lot of like athletes out there that don't get the fair shot. Like sometimes the kids, they're just not talented. All right, we get that. But there's some kids that, like at Alvernia, we had a whole bench of talent that never got to play because he had what worked for him. Six-man rotation. That's what worked.
Sometimes I feel like sometimes that good kid can't even, or the kid has potential, can't even get on the team sometimes because coaches have favoritism.
Yeah.
Or the same players he wanted from last year, you just want to add on to it and just have like a couple new people.
But at the end of the day, like when you learn, like as you get older, like college basketball, it's a business. Because they want like they'll recruit you. Yeah, I want you to come here. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do that. You're gonna do that. You do that. And then when you get there, let's say you break your leg or something. All right,
they forget about you.
You can go home. I got somebody else coming.
That's like
Replacements. It's like football, yeah. Any sport, really.
It's a business.
But it's so sad because like you guys face so many injuries and like accidents that could literally like take you off from something that you care about so much.
But that's why you're starting to see a lot of players now. I just heard like I forgot his name, a football player. He's done for the rest of the season. He's going to wait to the draft. Yeah. Because they're not risking their body to.
There's companies that like are starting to pay the young guys. Because NCAA not paying the guys, so they don't want to go to college. They just want to get some money to go to the NBA.
There's like leagues popping up like that you can go to instead of going to college. That they'll pay you, and then you can get that same, that draft exposure and all that.
Like LeVar
G League now.
LeVar Ball, like he does that. Like he goes.
He created his new league. I heard about.
He created a league where you can be young, and if you're popular, you can make money off your jersey.
Yeah.
So,
I had one of my friends. He played in the G League, and now he plays in Israel. He played in Israel, now he's in China, and he might get a shot in the summer.
Would you play overseas if you had the opportunity?
Oh, I had a couple of opportunities. I just didn't take it.
You don't? Would you want to?
What? It's like a great exposure.
I would want to.
I heard the money's not overseas. Money's not as good as everybody thinks.
It depends. Like with overseas, it depends. Because like we have the NBA, G League, and the D League. But overseas, they have like the CBA, and then like it goes down. So it depends where you're at in those leagues. So it's good money because you're not like most of it is tax free. Because if you think about it, there's no U.S. dollars taxing you. But when you come over, I believe you might get taxed. But I had a couple, like, one of my friends in England, he plays professional in England. He called me and he said, I want you to come out here and try and play. I told him I'd think about it, but I never really.
Because you got to live over there.
Yeah. I mean, I
That's
have, like.
Another thing, man. Can you imagine going somewhere like eating, like, roaches and shit?
I'm not going to say it like that.
Fuck, I look like.
You don't got the.
It's a different, like.
Talk the language.
Yeah, it's a different, like, culture because you got to learn. Like, when I went to Spain, like, I could speak, like, like, a little bit of Spanish getting by, but you gotta adapt to the way they do. So like, what they do is for breakfast, like we eat like pancakes, bacon, and all that. Nah, they're gonna give you a
Squirrel.
They're gonna give you an orange, some bread, and some tomatoes.
Yeah, if you go, yeah, European. That's the European way.
That's it. And then
But
lunch,
And then lunch.
and
if
then
you think
lunch,
about it,
lunch is like
a whole meal, man. That's dinner.
Too.
and they have like something factor. It's called a siesta.
Yeah, the nap.
And that's they nap like the store like.
Oh, they nap over there too?
Yeah, they close
Oh.
all the stores.
If you think about it, that's why they're more healthier than
Yeah.
If you go to the stores, like
they probably get paid while they're napping.
No, that's why they're
from 1 to 5.
1 to 5.
They nap.
So what time they sleep?
Sometimes like it depends for them though, because it depends on like what your profession is over there. Like I know the doctors, they'll go to sleep fairly, or like they probably wouldn't wake up from the siesta.
Yo, they probably have sex a lot over there. Can you imagine waking up, just sleeping, you waking up?
It'd be cold as hell.
Oh.
Yeah, it was. I went in June, and it was like 60.
60 degrees?
Yeah, in the mornings, and sometimes it go down to like 50. So
Damn. What part was that?
I was in Madrid.
Madrid?
Mm-hmm.
Snowing over there too?
Nah, no snow. No snow, thank God.
But a lot of walking.
Oh yeah.
I tell you, that's normal though.
We
That's
walk
just.
like
I know. I used to starve
Mile
trying to
and a half.
walk.
Oh, you been there too?
Yeah.
we walk a mile and a half a day.
Yeah. It was
Crazy.
like by the time you get to a restaurant, you're starving because it's all cobblestone and your legs is hurting.
I thought
and
when
you
I
don't
went there,
walk a
like
lot.
I was gonna gain like mad weight. So all I planned on was doing like was eating, because I'm like, all right, new food, I'm gonna eat everything.
But you work out.
So by the time I got to the restaurant, I was hungry. By the time I left and got home, I was hungry. There was no like, it was like a workout every day.
That's crazy. I was gonna ask you the stereotypes in the nursing field. There's a whole bunch of them, but like as a black male, what do you normally face like on a day-to-day? Like even if it's not like super obvious and it's subliminal.
I mean, it's kind of like obvious, because when you think about nurse, you don't think about like a man being a nurse. You think about a female nurse.
So you're facing gender inequality and
it's gender and racial sometimes too,
Okay.
because they think like, because you know, black people's like kind of stereotype, because most people think because your skin color is like your knowledge degraded. But that's not the case, because I know I'm pretty smart. Like I stay quiet because I like to observe, and that gives me what I need. Like I'll walk into a patient's room, I'll introduce myself, say X, Y, Z, this is why I'm here. But I'm not like, as I'm talking, I'm watching, so I know if they can't get up. I know if like their legs are frail. I know if they can't really speak. I'm watching everything, and then that sometimes that's intimidating too, because I have seen like I went to one of my clinicals, and then one of the nurses was talking to me. Like I said, I'm quiet, I don't say anything. She thought I was stupid, so she was explaining to me. I was like, all right, well, now I'm gonna test your knowledge. So I started explaining it back to her, and she didn't know what I was talking about. So I'm like,
so it's like that's kind
There's
of
a lot of
fair,
females there. I mean, that's a real life.
I ain't gonna front.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind being a nurse.
You ever be in
though,
school
man.
and like there's a whole bunch of girls in the class?
yeah, like my class, no exaggeration, is maybe 10 guys, and it's a class of 136 people.
I'm not gonna lie.
And those are all female.
Yeah.
I went to my cousin
But the school
graduation.
guys, like that's
I didn't
not
see one
important.
guy. I went to my cousin graduation. She graduated being a nurse. I didn't see one guy on the stage.
That could be lit though.
Can you imagine me being there, bro? I'd be straight.
I heard it's actually really competitive and very hard to pass nursing school.
It is.
Yeah, it could be straight.
I heard
can tell.
like this, like
With my
this small.
with our program, like I'm in an accelerated program, so it's not like I'm doing what somebody does in 4 years or 2 years.
Oh, so it's all crammed work.
So I took one of my classes. I took.
So you can't work a job doing that then?
Like one of my classes, it was 7 weeks, and that's what people take in 18 weeks.
Dang. School is so important.
Yeah.
So let me ask you some real questions. Should Cardi B take Offset back, man? Why they dragging them like that?
I think,
Like,
to be honest with you,
dragging
I think it's a publicity stunt. You know what I'm saying?
You think so?
I
Yeah.
said
He got an
the
album
same
coming out, too.
thing.
It's a publicity
I
stunt.
said he's corny for that,
I think it's a
and it
publicity
looked so clout-like.
And I think like that whole thing's probably gonna help him sell more.
But
Thank you.
she just dropped it. Well, she's about to drop the song. I don't know if she dropped it yet, but she said.
It's like a diss record.
Nah, it's about I don't need no publicity. Why would you guys think I'm doing this as a stunt, pretty much?
I'm not saying she is. I'm saying like he might, because he said, all right, repeat his words. He said, I want to spend Christmas with you and culture, right? That's not his only kid.
Oh, he named his kid Culture. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be tripping.
Nah, man, that man's in love, man. Let me love.
That's not his only kid though. Like why
Yeah.
don't you spend Christmas with the rest of your kids?
Cause their mom was over there tripping. That shit drama over there.
She probably the crazy baby mama you got though.
We don't know that. We just know her.
Trust me, we know that.
No, we know she's crazy, but there could be somebody crazier.
Nah,
we just don't know
why the girls don't want, like, if a dude cheat, I don't know why the girls, like, they so invested in her not taking him back.
Nah, see the thing is,
because you gotta realize celebrities
like with cheating though, like to be honest with you, it's sometimes I'm not like you might think I'm wrong for saying.
If I do, I'll say something.
But sometimes I don't feel like it's the guy's fault. Sometimes.
Okay.
You feel like it's the girl?
I feel like it's like both. Sometimes it could be like it's both. It could be a lack of communication, you know
or attention,
something like that. Because like if, let's say you're not getting like what you want, or what you want, you're gonna go like it's not like intentionally. Like you can meet somebody on the street
and you just like
and you just start talking. Oh shit! Like that's what I want. This is what I want. And then one thing leads to another, and it just happens. Oh, I'm not saying you just accidentally do it.
No. But it could be
just magically dropped on your lap.
If it's communicated, hey, I like this and this and this, then you can work on that.
I've been in relationships.
But guys aren't very honest.
No, but sometimes girls have lies.
It's not being very honest. Like sometimes, like when we do get honest, we become, oh, he's soft. Oh, I can walk all over him. So then you gotta put that all in the shell because they don't want that.
I can only respect someone who's more honest than like hiding something.
Okay, so what if he's not hiding it? You just say, hey, you're not producing.
You gonna leave.
And if you don't produce,
not be hot, and I'm gonna be like, then leave.
Exactly. And then when
he wants you though.
Nah, I'm not gonna be mad because you decided to go get dish number 2 instead of having a whole platter.
Right, but if you was trying to get the whole platter with no side dish, and the whole platter was not produced, what do you want me to do?
It wasn't produced correctly. That platter wasn't produced. You had no sauce on it.
Listen,
we want our cake and we want to eat it too. That's what.
You can't have that. That's the thing. You can't have the cake and the sprinkles and the cherry on top. You like, got one or the other.
But y'all want that. So why we can't?
I don't want the cake and
like with guys, I know they're gonna agree with me. Like we stupid.
They are.
Yeah, but look at this. Y'all are literally guys.
I'm not gonna say I'm stupid now.
Because like
we just
like for example, like let's say I cheat on a girl, right? And I go tell it's my boy. I go tell my boy, right? He gonna go tell the next guy. He gonna tell the next guy, and eventually it's gonna be a circle, and it's gonna get back to you. Now with girls, the beautiful part is you do it, you tell your homegirl. She not. You tell your mom.
Okay, so you're saying we're sneaky?
Sneaky. Don't play that.
Okay, so you're saying, because so that makes it okay.
I'm not. It doesn't make it okay. I'm just saying, like, if a girl were to cheat, you probably wouldn't know. You probably be in your damn grave, and then she'll confess to you, and you can't do nothing at that point.
Okay, so we're more tactical.
Yeah. It's like you guys have like a plan, just like you written it out, and you follow it to the T.
Do you feel like if a girl cheat that she actually has something like when a guy cheats, he's really more about just busting, and then when a girl cheats, more about she sees something in that guy or future or something like that?
Nah, I mean, I think some girls would cheat out of spite though, just to do it. And there's some girls like I honestly think that they see something that they couldn't get in the other guy and that guy. Like for example, like when I'm with a girl, like I'm gonna tell her, like, yo, you're not gonna control me and tell me what I can and can't do. If I wanna go out with my boys, I'm gonna go out with my boys. I'm gonna let you know, yo, I'm going out with my boys and stuff like that. Alright, cool. If you don't like it, listen, you're just gonna have to be mad.
So you don't take the girl back if she cheated on you?
Nah, I don't give seconds.
Okay, but why? But what if she really didn't have feelings for him? And she felt that you weren't producing on the platter.
I'm not producing?
Yeah.
What am I not producing then?
What if you're not giving enough attention or
you're giving that lazy dick. You're giving lazy dick, you're tired.
And you're not producing.
A hard chef.
And I went off and I just did something, but I didn't have no feelings for that person.
We are hypocrites.
How do you not have no feelings for him?
But I just said that.
You just
said you don't believe that.
Wait. Like with girls, it has to be like, alright, I'm not gonna say
she had to have feelings.
There has to be something there.
A connection.
You don't just do it.
Okay,
you're not gonna just lay there and just.
Okay, so for guys, you guys don't have feelings when you have sex with a girl?
It's not that.
Yeah, it depends who it is.
See, with guys, we got two heads.
What you mean?
So it's like sometimes like this head's thinking one thing, but my man's is like, yo, I gotta do this.
Oh my god, that's like the worst excuse I've ever.
So let me ask you, you know how like T.I., the game, everybody was looking at, you feel me? We are supportive for our fellow man. So like if he said he didn't hit, he was just talking to the girl.
What are you talking about?
Offset. He was. I guess he got caught texting.
They were gonna do like a threesome or something.
Are you cheating if you didn't do nothing? You just texting like.
Nah, girls think that's the cheating.
Nah,
it's not cheating.
Okay, that's not cheating because so it's not cheating, but you're entertaining something and you have a whole ass wife and kid at home. That's
you gotta look at
wait. So you got a whole ass wife and kids at home, right?
Yeah.
But girls do that entertaining shit better than guys.
Yeah,
but not all girls entertain.
Nah,
we're talking about.
I don't think y'all. Y'all be doing it.
The little smile.
Because the guy said he's like, oh, I got a chance. But y'all don't think y'all doing that.
Or maybe you guys take it as flirting and we're really just being ourselves.
If we take it as flirting, what the guy you texting think it as?
Exactly.
Wait, no tag teaming over here.
Exactly.
Nah, I'm on your side now.
Thank you.
He's a flaker, man.
Nah, but I do feel like he entertained him, but he didn't go all the way. So you gotta give him some points.
Yeah, no,
he is cheating though. Cause look, all right, so if we're all Christians here, right? Just thinking about having a sex with somebody is a sin. That's lusting is a sin.
You're right, but you feel me? Sometimes you might be like, damn, I don't want to do it, but like you said, your second head is like, yo, I gotta get that done.
I mean,
so then
I do believe sometimes as a man,
you fight it like you could hit today. But instead, you don't do it because you fight it.
All right, but look,
you still texting her.
But look, yeah, he's texting that. It's different if he was just thinking that.
You didn't do it.
It would have been different if he was just thinking that. He's actually informed, like he's texting in motion, trying to this is an option.
In that situation,
now it's an option. Now if he just had it in his head, it was like, then she's fine. I would do it.
So what if at the end he didn't do it? He's like, you know what? Nah, it's not worth it.
It doesn't matter because he's still in the motion.
So he was trying to create.
Cardi B, take him back, man.
I mean,
nah, she should take him back though.
I think
like, we don't know what she's doing.
If you put it like that, that's another thing. You don't, like I said, sneaky.
But not all girls are sneaky, and not all guys are sneaky.
Nah. See, I got a big issue with like trust. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So you have to like I say, trust is earned. Like I'm not saying I trust. Same. So it's earned, not given.
Mm-hmm.
So
like, you don't give the person the benefit of the doubt when you hear
until you prove me wrong. No.
So you will always automatically think that she might cheat on you.
Nah. Oh yeah.
But girls do that way better.
You gotta prep yourself. Girls, case.
That can make your relationship fail early too. That can make your relationship don't work.
Most girls think all dudes cheat, so they'll put that on you early.
Yeah, like
no, but you gotta give the person benefit of the doubt because you can't bring your past into a relationship. That's the person.
You're right. But right now, like when I talk to a girl, she automatically assumes like, oh, I got 100 other girls waiting.
I think that thought comes from the fact that you'll go through something with a guy and all of a sudden they onto something
That's
new.
True.
Because you guys think now, you don't think later. We think later and now.
That's true.
Okay, because
but then we'll go back because we know that ain't no.
You go back after you thought you realized the grass is brown over there and it's really green over here.
Girls do that too though.
I guess
they stay a little longer though.
I think it's circumstantial.
Nah, cause look, this is what y'all do, right? Y'all end the whole thing like, yo, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Like, for example, take me for example. Like, all right, so I'm in school, I got something going for me, right? But like I said, you're not about to control me and tell me what I'm gonna do and what I'm not gonna do.
Let me neither.
But then you got this guy over here. You can mold him like clay, but he has nothing going for himself. But you'll go over there and then you'll realize, oh shit.
He's a bum.
He's a bum, and then once you see me, leveling up. Now I got me another girl. It's like, oh, I gotta try and get him back. Like,
I can't lie. A bum only could do one thing better than a guy. That's not a bum. Give that girl all his attention.
Exactly.
That's true.
All his attention, and that might last for a little longer.
That shit gonna get
but eventually she's gonna be like, this nigga's a bum.
So what does attention get you? Like it don't get you no car, no house, it don't pay no bills.
It creates a bond.
Okay, so
let me.
What happens when y'all live in the box together?
Do you find dudes attractive more when, like, if he was giving you like some type of play, and then he gets a girl? Is he more attractive now that he has a girl?
I feel like girls like the because nobody wants the man, when they're single. Right? Nobody wants the man. But when they see like a pretty female or someone who's well put together, or even if she's not well put together, just the fact that someone likes this person, like girls go crazy over that. Especially like, there's the nice hoes and there's the mean hoes and the home wrecking hoes, and the home wrecking hoes, they go, like there's something about this guy that, she's attracted to him and she looks pretty. There must be something, either his dick is bomb or there's something, and the fact that they're happy, they fantasize, but they're fantasizing about being with that person and the qualities that might be there, so they go after that relationship.
See, we know that, but I wanted to hear from a female.
But me, I don't I see you with a new whatever. I'm like, okay, let me go get mine.
See, that's cause like that's what people gotta realize. Like there's a difference between like there's hoes. Like, there's a lot of hoes out here.
Yeah.
But it's not enough. Like I consider I got 2 categories. There's hoes and there's queens.
Yeah.
So queens is what you want. You know what I'm saying? That's she gonna have your back through thick and thin, all that. But then there's hoes. You can always get you hoes.
Yeah, they're always there.
Sometimes it ain't the hoes though. It's just sometimes it's the regular chicks that didn't give you the play.
Yeah.
And then they see you with somebody else
And
that
I
was
was
more
like-
attractive for whatever reason.
Do you feel like hoes should be ashamed now? Because now times like ours, like time now, they're trying to be put in pedestal now. Like,
Yeah, you know, especially like with Amber Rose, the slut walk and stuff.
Like Instagram.
Yeah,
and all
well,
that
like, do you think people should be ashamed of stuff
the
like that, like
internet. That's not
porn
real
stars?
I feel like being feminist is different from being a hoe. Like Amber Rose, like she has like the slut walk shaming thing, and like I get the movement, but like being a hoe, you if that's what they consider being a hoe, like it's okay as long as you're not ruining someone's. No, because honestly, like our society, we create a term for wanting to have sex. Some people just love sex. Some people are addicted to sex. That's just what they like to do. As long as you're not harming a relationship, I don't care. Okay.
I feel like people should be ashamed still, because now they're trying to like there's no line between that no more, because
if there's boundaries.
Because you said because it's social media, but think about it. Who's not on the internet? Kids are
you gotta
following
know
that
how to
though.
separate real life from.
But the kids don't know how to do that.
They will.
They don't.
Yeah, but at that time period, they're gonna copy.
But the problem with like social media is like nowadays, like you see social media, like everybody puts everything on social media. Like I don't even have to text somebody to figure out where they're at.
Yeah, how do you think the FBI find most people cases?
Yeah, I can just look on their Snapchat, Instagram, even Twitter. Like you don't have to, like, everybody puts everything on social media.
Look at 6ix9ine. Somebody recorded him, or TMZ recorded him. Got a case right there.
Yeah.
Boom.
That was bound to happen. I just
telling about themselves for real.
Yeah, that was bound to happen because he needed to be calmed down.
They said
yeah, but that calm down might cost him a life in jail.
They say that they're going to eventually like cover our internet to the point that we can't see all that.
You can't. The government don't even own the internet.
Okay.
Well, in Japan they do it.
Well, Japan is not America.
I know, but they're trying to do that so that I feel like our privacy is so invaded.
By that time it's too late though.
It's already too late. They did facial recognition on the phone.
Yeah, that's some real life shit. I got the phone and I feel kind of weird, but I'm still using it.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Yeah,
Technology upgraded so much, because I used to be that guy who'd be like, I ain't getting that phone. Fuck that. They go screen, get face recognition on my face and stuff.
Shit, you ain't got a choice.
Yeah, because the iPhone, and every year iPhone breaks.
Yeah.
Right on time too. Right when the shit upgraded.
Exactly. That's what happened to me last year. Like I had me the little 6. I was gonna ride that out till the end. As soon as the 8 dropped, it broke.
I swear to God, I feel like they sent codes to the old phones, like.
And they bug it?
Yeah.
Cause it was working fine. Like I went to sleep the night before, it was fine. I was texting, whatever. I woke up in the morning, the screen. I know I didn't sit on it, crack it. The screen just went black.
Yeah, start glitching,
And
start moving
class,
slow.
I'm in class. It turns on, so I can see everything. I hit send on the text message. The whole thing shut off.
Yeah. They're messing with that stuff. They say don't update your phone, and I haven't updated my phone in so long. Once they update it, it's a wrap. And there's
supposedly on Facebook, a bunch of pictures and stuff. The videos got leaked out.
Exactly.
So if you had naked porn or anything, flicks going on, and shit got leaked out.
That's crazy.
So bad.
Since we were talking about basketball earlier, how do you feel about that Dwight Howard situation?
I was a train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Supposedly,
To be honest.
supposedly the girl tried to do that to Playboy Cardi, and they found out she was bullshit. So do you feel like could it be
But
possible?
he's out for the year with a butt injury. Like,
oh, I didn't know that.
Seen that? Like, it says butt injury. I'm just like, what happened to you?
Nah,
see, he wasn't playing with those pick and rolls.
That's a little suspect though. Yeah, with a butt injury.
Jesus.
And you got a train saying like, well, they don't like to be called a transgender.
And it's called blackfishing.
What is that?
It's white females that are putting on makeup to look darker.
We call that blackface.
And they're doing cultural appropriation.
Yeah, they shouldn't be doing that.
See, the thing is like I don't think that should be done, but like I got a lot of respect for white females though. Like they came a long way. You know what I'm saying? They went from
skinny legs to
thick legs, right, to start off. Then they went from paper ass to
now they doing locks in their
They're
hair.
still not like
They're
the
going
queens, though. They still not like the queens.
They not like but you got to think about it. There's a couple of them though.
My queens.
There's a couple.
I think Yeltsen got a thing for white girls.
See, I don't discriminate though. I don't discriminate. I like my queens in all different flavors. I don't discriminate. You know what I'm saying? So
there's
white,
queens
black.
and then there's like queen. You feel me? That's what I'm being honest.
I mean, every woman is a queen. It could be white, black,
It depends. It all depends on how you like how you
The
treat it.
black
You know what I'm saying?
queen.
But I can see
Anunnaki.
why you should be putting the black
do
women
the-
because
the African ones.
the Africans.
From Anunnaki.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. But.
Stay woke.
It's like
Okay, teach us, educate
it's like
us.
they went from like hating us to like wanting to be us.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Okay, you know, like Kim Kardashian, for example, like the cornrows, and she was like, she referred to a famous actress that was white, and it comes from black culture. Well, people are starting to get offended, so they're making these pages and they're exposing these people. Do you think that's okay?
I don't think it's okay. You should, you know, if that's what you want to be, you should just like to be that person.
Nah, you do let it ride, but still.
It's a
I
certain.
Nah,
it's
you
an
I feel
extent.
like we should be
It's an
making the money
extent,
off of it, though.
Because you gotta realize, social media sometimes can blur things out. Like that's
Like,
why
for
people
example,
try to
like-
expose people because things need to be. Sometimes you need to get put in check.
Like if you look at like all the like the police shootings and stuff like that,
Mhm.
right? A lot of them like they leave out like this much, and they show you this much.
Yeah, what they want you to see.
What they want you
Yeah.
to see.
And even like when they say that the cop was right, they still leave out that big scene of what happened to that. Like for example, the guy got shot in his car with his wife watching and the kid in the back.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, the cop was clearly wrong. Like the man, if I'm reaching for like a wallet, doesn't look like a gun. It's a
Nah,
square.
but he's gonna say, "Oh, I thought I was threatened."
Yeah. And then if you have no dashboard camera, like thank God she had a camera out, but if you have like no dashboard camera, like, you just died for no reason.
So really, it's just like right is right and wrong is wrong. There's no like.
That's
this
why I'm
is ours,
saying
this
some
is
people
yours.
need to be checked.
Yeah.
You can't just let it ride out and then nobody check them. Because now the younger generation, believe it or not, are people get brainwashed. Kids especially, they don't know what's going on till you get older. But by then it might be too late.
And
Yeah.
hate is taught.
Oh yeah, hate is thought. Because if you got, there's a way to go about like when you raise somebody. Like some people like, alright, you have like a mental disorder. I get it. But sometimes like you don't just know that you don't like a black person. You don't just know that you don't like white people. You had to see that somewhere and had to be taught to you.
Yeah, because when you come out the womb, the baby's so happy. You don't know
Yeah,
what's
you don't
going
know
on.
what's going on.
Yeah.
And like for example,
But
like,
like-
if you take the sports, you don't know how to use that left hand until you're taught. So hate is taught.
We were talking about in nursing, how girls are taking condoms and they're impregnating themselves to trap a guy.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that
And
topic.
you were gonna tell us about how the sperm works.
So it's basically like
You got about to make these hoes so mad. That shit don't work.
it's basically like once like so once it's like it's in the condom, it's still it's still like paid or whatever. But once you take it off and it hits and the air hits it, the cells are dead.
So like these girls that say that they're getting pregnant are really not pregnant.
They might be, but you might be having a special child because that one that's like floating, it might not have all those all those like chromosomes you need in there to go to the egg to fuse with the egg. So you might still be getting pregnant, but there might be missing chromosome in there or something. Like there's gonna be some type of birth defect. If you get lucky, congratulations. But
That's crazy.
It's a possibility still.
yeah.
Have you been in a room with like delivering babies?
Oh yeah, I watched the C-section this summer.
Oh, I never seen a
Was
C-section.
that traumatizing?
It wasn't really traumatized because I've been like in a lot of surgeries before, so it's just
For the
like,
first time?
Your
Like,
first
the first
time.
time.
the first time it was traumatizing because I was like, I'm not ready to see this until I'm about like 35.
Was your
Like,
first
35.
time a C-section or was it regular birth?
Oh, it was the C-section. Regular birth, I probably would have passed out. But so this is what they do with the C-section is like why like women hurt so bad after is because what they do is they split. They go right under your belly and they split it. And then the nurse or the doctor's assistant, physician assistant doctor, they grab one end and the doctor grabs
Of your
the other.
stomach?
Yeah.
Oh,
Because they have to tear the muscle. So
Woo!
then they pull it apart. And you can hear it like, it's like, you ever like rip chicken? That's how it
Oh!
sounds like, just rip it. And
Why
I
do you
would
think some people say they eat people because it tastes like chicken?
I never heard
No, I actually read about the cannibalism.
They do.
Y'all didn't hear about that
They do
the
that.
African island or it's towards India when the American the white guy went to there and he went to go preach the word of God and then they sent him a warning shot. They shot an arrow through the Bible. That motherfucker still on the island. I would have left.
That boy got pursued.
Then he
He didn't have no one to run away.
These motherfuckers are so fucking. These motherfuckers are better than the cartels, man. They shooting arrows. They shooting arrows still. Bro, they ate them right after that.
You came to my spot.
They ate them right after that. You know why too? They said because white people came there before, like in the 19 something, and they were raping them and doing a whole bunch of stuff. So now they have an image of any white person that goes in there, you're done.
Stereotype.
You're done.
So like, let me ask you, like, is the hospital scene like Grey's Anatomy, or like y'all be having like that drama?
Like,
Like,
Y'all don't be having sex in the room and
emergency.
shit.
they be having babies though.
The difference
They
between
be having them
like
babies.
Grey's, you know how you have like a little stage you can watch the surgery?
Mhm.
That doesn't exist.
Nah.
Oh, okay, so it's
And,
like
and no hospitals that exist. Like, the most you can do, you can
Maybe
gather
towards the
around.
future.
Because the thing is, like, if you have like the patient, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a sterile field, so there's only so much like you can come. If you're not doing the procedure, there's only so much like you can come. Like, you can't like say this is the patient. You can come like right here.
Oh, there's like a perimeter,
Yeah, you can't
like
break-
boundaries.
You can't break the field.
Yeah, the only person. When you talking about surgery or giving birth?
Like surgery or birth.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
but
only
birth
the
is
doctor
like
can
the
do
father or the.
Yeah. With
Yeah.
birth, it's kind of different because you can like gather around. You can get closer
that.
because depending on how the birth is, like the C-section, we were like literally like we were close. If I wanted to, I could grab the baby. That's how
That's
close we were.
horrible. Did you ever see any stillborns?
Mhm.
They'll be dating the doctor, like the little
Oh yeah,
interns.
yeah. Sometimes but they won't tell you that though.
Yeah.
It's like policy.
They be getting,
Oh yeah, no dating. What do you think about like shitting where you eat? Like working and dating.
I thought there
in
was a
the
lot
same
of that in the
workplace.
hospital though. I thought there was a lot of that.
I don't think it's. It depends. I don't think it's bad if it's like legitimate, like you're dating. You know, like you're working towards that and like future
You're only
step.
bad if it comes like the problems coming to the workhouse.
Yeah, if it's like the problems from home coming to like work, that's the problem. Like, for example, if you're dating like the doctor's dating the nurse, right, and then say the doctor's doing like the surgery, and the nurse is the surgeon nurse, and she has to handle the tools. If that like attitude comes there, she's like, oh no, fuck it, I'm just handling the wrong shit on purpose. That's when you fuck shit up.
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh my gosh. Or there's this movie, is it God's Not, no, it's it was about a little boy who like died and came back to life. Do you have, no, you
He's like, nah, I'm not.
no, like they were able to bring him back.
Resuscitate?
Mm-hmm. So like, do you have those type of experiences, and do you believe in that stuff, or do you think people just say stuff?
I mean, with zombies.
See, with like, I've never had that like resuscitation experience, but like with the whole like dying, coming back to life, and it's like life after death. I do believe in that stuff though, because like I had one of my friends, like he passed away a couple years ago. He got murdered. You know,
Dwayne?
Like, yeah, he got murdered or whatever. But it's like ever since he died, because he died 2 days after my birthday. Right, so my birthday on May 24th. He's died on the 26th. So I went to sleep that night. Like I was on Instagram that night, and I went to his profile, and I was literally about to text him. I was like, nah, let me go to heaven tomorrow. And I woke up, and the next morning he got shot. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to sleep that night, you know, grieving and all that, and I woke up the next. Like I started having dreams. And he was in. And I woke up, and we always had like a chair you guys got over there. It had like a pile of clothes on it. And I woke up, and this is no exaggeration, his whole body, he was in the chair, and he was talking. He was like, yo, don't worry about it, like, I'm gonna be good. And I woke up, like, oh shit, like, so I do believe in it. I do.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. You know, there's the little boy who was telling his story. He was like everyone thought he was crazy in town, and the parents were like, no, like kids, they make up things, but like for you to like describe, a lot of people describe the same kind of thing in that experience. I mean, even like seeing his body like before it happened, I do think that we have like premonitions, like that third eye, but we just haven't like tapped into it.
And like for that, like with seeing that, it took me 4 years to even go to like the grave.
I was about to ask you why it took you so long.
Because like I didn't think it was real, because off of that it's like, oh yeah, he's probably hiding now or something like that. He's faking or something like that. Because it was like we were so close, like we fought like we were brothers in practice. After practice we laughed about it. Like it got so bad to the point one time we were literally about to fight in the gym, and they had to take us outside.
You went to Creek, right?
Yeah, and we laughed about it after. So it was like we had that relationship. So it's like I didn't think like, especially with him, like he wasn't no gang banger, nothing like that.
I heard it was a drive-by.
Yeah, it was a
He just
drive-by.
got shot by accident.
Yeah, because the guy that was actually supposed to be shot. Yeah, he shot him in the back. And he's still walking.
Oh, the guy's still alive.
And then Dwayne, he was on his iPad. Like he's like a shoe connect, so he's on his iPad just
So what that guy's doing right now? Like, I know he was probably hurt.
Probably. I don't know. I haven't like. I mean, I have a plan. Like when I get like this degree and like I have a plan. Like I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna look out for because he had a little goddaughter that that was his world. I'm gonna look out for him when I have the means to. I'm gonna look out for him, but not yet. But it took me 4 years because I didn't think it was real until the day like Friday. Yeah, I went up there like on Friday to New York, and because I went to the funeral home and I asked them, where's the girl, whatever. They told me, I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna find it because I know it's not here. So I was walking, I walked for like 30 minutes. I'm looking at different grave sites, and then I don't know, like something just drew me to that side, and I'm walking, and something like it looked down, and as soon as I looked down, I just saw his name. I was like, oh, like, this is real. So.
So what do you have to say for those who are going through those like experiences where they do lose somebody and they're trying to cope?
I would say you wanna cope with it, but don't let it like take over, because that person, like if you believe that person, they're still with you. They just can't, like, it's just not physical. Like spiritually, is still with you. They'll be by your side. Like I've had moments where, like for example, like when I broke my foot, that could have went completely wrong, because all I did, I broke like the pinky toe. I could have broke the entire foot. But I honestly think like a moment like that, like sports injuries, like I think that he was there. Like he didn't let that happen. Like yeah, I broke my foot, but I was able to get back. It wasn't permanent.
Okay.
So what's your goals?
So you're gonna provide for goddaughter.
Yeah, I'm gonna look out for the goddaughter in the future.
Get your degree. Which degrees do you have right now, and which one are you trying to get?
Well, right now I have one in applied sciences and I have one in biology. And I'm trying to get the bachelor's of nursing, and I'm gonna get another master's in nursing as well.
And are you gonna do like any? Are you on YouTube?
I mean, I don't really do the YouTube and all that. I've got a couple, like I'm friends with like a couple, like I guess you could say up and coming rappers, famous rappers and all that. Like you guys have Jiggy here, Jiggy man.
Oh yeah, we interviewed Shiggy.
Yeah, we got him, and then like I know Kiddo Marv, pretty cool. Like I show him a lot of love because he had like, that's one of the biggest reasons like I'm in school right now. Because it was like 3 years ago when I went transfer to other school, I was gonna quit because nothing was going right. I wasn't playing. I didn't really like the whole system, and then something happened where I was just like, music is my therapy, so I just put in headphones. And I was on Instagram and I was just scrolling, and I accidentally hit play, like on somebody's like story, and it started playing. I'm like, oh, who's this? And I put the music in, and I listened to the whole album. And the album was literally like, it felt like
it was speaking to you.
Yeah, it felt like it was speaking to me, like don't quit and all that.
Aww.
And that's why I show him so much love. And that's why
That's good. So he's an inspo for you.
Yeah.
That's cool. And then do you have anything else going on? Do you have any events or anything that we should know about? Where we can find you?
What's the Instagram name?
No events. On Instagram name, Kiddo Ye Almighty. Kiddo _Ye Almighty. So.
Yeah, like Y-A-E.
Yeah, Y-A-E.
Y-A-E, guys.
Rosie, do you have any more questions?
Yeah, I have one more,
Okay.
Alright, so you have a baby with a woman, but you guys are on good terms.
Yeah.
Well, actually, reverse that. You have a baby with a girl. You guys are good, but y'all don't live together.
Yeah.
Is it okay for her to put you on child support?
I mean, if I'm taking care of my child, no.
No. But by law, you guys gotta live together.
No, we don't.
No, you don't.
Because if I get the right lawyer, no, we don't.
So you wouldn't co-parent in the same house?
Well, if we're living together?
Mm-hmm.
If we're living together, of course.
Yeah, but what if y'all not living together?
If we're not living together, we can still co-parent. There's no need for child support. Like, I'm going to take care of my child, but that's my child. That's half of me and half of you.
Do you feel like the system is kind of programmed to go towards the women's side?
Yeah, the system is towards the women's side. Then that's the messed up part. Because if I'm if I'm taking care of like my child, there's no need for me to like do that. Like, for example, I was watching an interview yesterday with like Kodak. He had an interview with the Breakfast Club, and he was talking about how his baby mom put him on child support. He's paying like $4,200.
I'm not gonna lie. What is she doing with that?
That's what I'm saying. And then on top of that, it's not like with him, you clearly see that he's taking care of his
He's
son.
with his kid a lot.
Yeah, so you clearly see that, but you still get on child support. Like, no child is, I think he's like 2 or 3 now. He doesn't need, what is 42? What's that gonna do?
You gotta get it
Diapers
out.
don't cost that much. Like, diapers, yeah, they expensive.
Yeah, but you know,
Not that much.
some women feel like, since I'm taking care of the kid, I need to be able to go get my hair done, my nails done to look nice and feel good. And
Well, you can
I
do
need
that.
gas to go take
You
the
do that
car.
with your own-
I need a nice car to go take up my son. I need
You do that with your own money. You got a job.
Yeah, but that's the whole point. That's why I feel like I don't respect women that take advantage of it.
Yeah, I don't respect that either, because I feel like, yeah, you know it's centered around you and you're automatically gonna get that, but at the same time, like, why not say you can do it on your own instead of like using that guy as a crutch?
How you
Like-
feel about that, Christina, from a woman's point of view?
Like, in regards to a
If you have a kid with Max and he's taking care of his kid, but the situation with the child support, you put him on child support. Like, do you feel like you should be able to use the money to get your hair done, stuff like that?
No, because that's for my kid, and that's only for my kid. I do feel like situations where they're paying way more than necessary. They're kids. They're shitting in their pants. You know, like, they're growing out of their clothes in like 3 weeks. Like, there's no reason for me to be like doing that to myself. That's what you got a job for.
Yeah.
But you know, some females, if I look from their perspective, maybe they do feel like, I'm a mom, you left, like, I should. I mean, I know someone who her mom used to use her child support money on herself and not even on the kid.
But what if he never left? I just never reached that point where I wanted to, get married and live together. Like, it was just one of those situations, like, it just happened.
So if he's paying,
Like,
do you feel the need to put?
No.
He's paying out. You paying
No, but
without the cost?
some girls feel like being there financially and physically is 2 different things.
But if
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
true.
if you're like a deadbeat and you're not taking care of the child, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, but if you're there
If
for
you're
my
there,
kid,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, if he's a deadbeat and you're still paying money for the kid, well, I guess you're not really a deadbeat if he's still there
Yeah.
financially.
Yeah,
But you're not there.
No,
You're not
well,
there
yeah,
100%. You're just there like 50.
Yeah.
It's like, it's some stuff like all right, like as being like a man and stuff like that. It's some stuff that you have to learn from that male figure in your life, because you can't, like, no woman's gonna teach you how to do it. Like, I'm not saying she can't.
And you gotta realize it's different
Right,
times
it's
because kids are having kids.
Yeah.
So at that situation, you can't, like, most girls, they put their guy on child support because she can't handle it by herself.
Yeah, and that's the biggest problem. Like things that people don't like kids having kids don't understand is, like, until you're like 25, that frontal lobe in your brain's not fully developed yet. So you're still like your cognition is there, but it's not fully there. So I mean, like, you're still making those immature decisions and stuff like that. Even when you do hit 25 and mature, some people still act like they're like 12. So kids having kids, it's not right. Like, I would wait. Like, I'm 25 right now, and I don't plan on having kids until like I'm at least 29, 30.
Yeah, but
I
you know,
just
some
know.
people feel like they want to grow with the kid, not.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still gonna be able to grow with them, but at the
Nah,
same
but at
time,
that age, they feel like, you feel me? They want to. Most girls want to have kids when they're 20s, like mid
if
20s.
you're gonna have me in 20s, I'd say be well established though. Like,
Yeah, that's how
you
I'm
know
saying
what I'm
too. But
Yeah.
sometimes things happen by accident, though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You just gotta be prepared for it.
So we appreciate having you, boss man.
My pleasure.
You said you have a year and a half left in the nursing
Yeah,
program.
you're in May 2020. I'll be done.
All right, so we're gonna follow you. If you're at the hospital, we're going there. We should be good.
Listen, because they charged me like $30,000 for one night of asthma. Listen, they've been calling me from every caller ID. My
They
block
get their
list
money.
is strong.
I ain't gonna front, man. After that asthma, I just would have walked out.
Yeah, if you don't have like there's things with insurance. If you don't got insurance, don't go to the hospital.
Yeah, listen.
Oh, how would you, if you met Christine, how would you approach her?
What do you mean, like,
Yeah, what's
Like,
the
you like
guy
her, you
etiquette
seen
of
her.
approaching a female nowadays?
Like, how would you approach her?
I mean, I got many different approaches.
So what's one
So
of
do
yours?
one right now. You just met
Foreplay.
her. You just met her. Foreplay right now.
So watch out.
Is that foreplay?
Foreplay.
You role play?
Role
So
play.
like if I just walk up on her, like, on her,
Yeah.
It's a regular morning.
so I just walk up to her, introduce myself.
I'm staying.
How you doing? My
Hey.
name is Yelson. What's your name?
I'm Christina.
And that's basically how I go about it.
There you
So
go.
how would your first date be? And how would you get her number to get to the first date?
Because you know, guys
What
are
would
like,
you do?
they're like, let me get your IG.
Nah, I'm not gonna ask for the IG. I'm just, tell her, I think you're a beautiful woman. I'd like to get to know you better. Can I take you out sometime?
Oh, you got it. It's over.
Yeah.
Take you out sometime, and then, get the number,
So gentlemen.
So what would be the first date though? Like, how would you set it up? The
Sushi.
scene.
So, I mean, it's not even like going to set up the scene. Just like you just wouldn't take her to like. I'm not gonna take her to McDonald's like Burger King. Like,
McDonald's,
Some
man.
guys
And
think
they got the
that's
dollar
how-
menu,
I mean,
Yeah, like, off the
depends
dollar
on the girl,
menu.
but I'm not gonna take her like no McDonald's and all that. Like I would like, you know, I say you know you beautiful woman. Like, can I get your number? Possibly take you out sometime. And then now it's my turn. I'm gonna do some research. Like I'm gonna look up, you know, restaurants like stars. I'm gonna make sure I can afford it first of all. So when we go there, it's not, you know, can we split it? Nah. So I'm gonna pay for the whole thing and all that, you know. And like with dates, it doesn't always go as planned. Like you're not gonna, you could take her out and then she's like, yeah, I'm really, thank you, but I'm really not interested, which is fine. But I came about it like a gentleman. She can't go back to her friend and say he was a complete ass. I hated everything about him because.
Yeah, you was a gentleman. Do you aim for the kill on the first day, or you just say you wait it out a little bit?
I wait it out. There's no need to.
Smart.
Because if you're doing the right thing, it's gonna come.
True.
All right, boss.
All right, man.